Hello, welcome to my summer planting piece. I've been wanting to film a bit this whole summer, this whole tree planting season, but I'm usually pretty focused and don't really want to stop. But today I'm taking it easy, so I'm gonna stop. Oh, I look very sweaty. It's actually nice out today. It's been raining for most of the season. It is currently July 14th, day 48-ish of planting, and now that we have reached the summer peak of planting, these pieces are very jungle-like. It's kind of difficult to get through it, but let me show you a tree that I planted. I'm so shaky. Yay! There's lots of pretty flowers. I'm really tired. I think I reached a new level of tired last night, yesterday, this morning. I don't know. I'm just like at that point now where like I could keep planting, but I'm really tired. And I'm excited for it to be over. But this season has been pretty good compared to my first one last year, where I was often upset and overwhelmed, and now I'm kind of like, oh, this is just tree planting and it's hard, but that's just the way it is. Yeah, I have a lot of bug bites everywhere. I don't know. These are my tree planting bags and they're full of trees. This is a seedling. These are big stock. These are really big trees and they're very heavy to carry, and it's very annoying. But one tree at a time, one step at a time, we will get there. I just wanted to show this moment in my life right now, because soon it will be over, because we only have about 6 days of planting after this day, with 2 days off. So, whew. See you on the flip side. Well, hi there. This video, I've tried filming it many times, but I tend to get lost in my words because there's so much to say. But this is it. This is it. Okay. My second tree planting year. I have a video on my channel that explains my first year tree planting. I came back. I went again. This was my second year. So it was May, June, July, I was there. It is now October. But I will do my best. And again, remember, this is my perspective, this is my experience. I've been planting in BC, British Columbia, Canada, and different planting companies are different, so my experience can vary from another person's experience, but I just wanted to give an update because I personally feel like this year went way better for me than last year. First year for me was a struggle, second year, success. So here I go. I think the first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that it was the pandemic year, so that definitely changed things. So in my company, we were still on camp, but this year we did not go to town on days off. We stayed on camp. What was different as well is they had to add like hand washing stations on the outside of the porta potty toilet areas, whereas there used to just be like hand sanitizer bottles, but now we could like actually wash our hands. And for the first month especially, we had to like wear masks in the trucks to go to work, and we had to wear gloves. We had to wear gloves in the line to get food most of the year. That is, we had to wear gloves after washing our hands. In the dining area, we call the mess tent, there was these planks of wood, like these barriers in the middle of the tables, like sneeze guards, I guess. And then also in the lunchroom there were also plastic guards, and we weren't allowed to go into the lunchroom as much as we used to be. But of course, like, as the season went on and after 2 months, clearly nobody had been contaminated. We were isolated together. We were still like 40-ish people, maybe a bit more. Um, like, the rules, like, chilled out a little bit. Like, technically they weren't supposed to chill out, but, like, I mean, we were in there for 2 months and we were fine, so we kind of just chilled out. Yes, because we were technically supposed to be, like, always social distance on camp and all that stuff, but, like, hey, are you gonna tell 40 tree planters to not social distance? No. So that was what was a little different. Did I like it? I think it was good because on days off, like, there wasn't any rushing to go into town and, like, all that stuff. And yeah, it was mostly just like relaxing. However, the thing that was different this year that was a little bit bothersome for this situation was that it rained a lot. Like, it was a very rainy season and rained almost every day, but it was the kind of rain where it's like, oh, it's sunny and it's raining, and it's sunny and it's raining, and like the weather couldn't really make up its mind. It was also colder, so being outside all the time and not really being able to go like in the trailer areas and stuff was like difficult, because even though there were like mess tents, the mess tents were still like very wet and humid because like there's little holes and things, like these things aren't perfect. Um, so then eventually, like, all of our, like, if you're living in a tent, like, everything gets wet and everything's just like moist all the time. Oh no, there's a wasp. Okay, that's fine. Let's just relax. All right. um, so that was that. In terms of me and how I did in comparison to my first year, it was nice going into this season, like, knowing what I was doing. I wasn't like afraid of what was going to happen to me. Like, I knew what to expect. I mean, there's always like the dangers of going tree planting, like, it's a dangerous thing to do. Um, but yeah, I was like, okay, like, I sort of know where I'm at. I sort of knew what I could do last year. I sort of knew where I could push myself this year. So I went in like way more mentally prepared. I also like knew more of what to bring. Like, I had rain gear, like I had all my stuff like ready to go. Whereas last year, like, I didn't really know what to bring, and I was like, is it really gonna be that bad if I'm wet? And like, yeah, you don't want to be wet all day long. And if you do end up like getting soaked, like, just keep planting, and that's how you stay warm. It was cold this year. Numbers. Okay, yeah, numbers was a big thing for me. I didn't want to push myself too hard because I am not a crazy athlete that can plant like 3 to 4,000 trees every day, like some people. Um, so I started out like my first month just like trying to take it easy, like not pushing myself too hard. But when the first year start being better than me or than people, like, it can hurt the ego. So that was like a mental challenge, was the ego of being like, okay, like, these people are better than me, but like, that's okay, I'm just me, I'm doing my thing. And then I noticed myself get really frustrated with that, with the number thing, and I'm like, ah, here I go again. And then at some point I just like let go of that. I was able to just like I don't even care anymore. And then all of a sudden I was able to plant 2,000 trees every day, like, easily. And I was like, oh, okay, like, all right. So I sort of, I guess, like, letting go of that expectation on yourself allows for more space for, or like, there's more room for improvement. So yeah, it was also easier for me to just like keep going. Like, my stamina was much better. Whereas last year, like, between every bag up, it was hard for me to keep going because I would just think about how much I'm suffering. But in fact, I found that I'm suffering more when I'm not planting. This is my life. Oh my god. Like, as long as I'm planting, I'm just planting trees, and I could plant slowly, but I'm still planting. This year was also different for me because we changed camps a lot more. Because like last year we just stayed on the same camp the whole time, so we had some camp moves which gave us like 2 days off at a time sometimes, which was nice, but it's also a little hectic changing camps all the time. You gotta pack up all your stuff and then find a good spot, and then like if you go to a new camp it might be like very muddy and weird, like you can't find a good spot, and yeah. So I guess like what I learned this year is that I'm capable of more than I think I am, and there's no point in like holding on to these expectations of myself, because either way whatever happens is just gonna happen. And yeah, I think this year was a big like I saw how much I compare myself to other people, and I think it taught me to just like not do that so much. So that was nice. I mean, like I know that like humans naturally compare themselves, but it sort of like gave me a better vision of what that was actually like, like what was actually going on in my head. Um, so thank you, tree planting. Thank you for teaching me how to just keep going and how to appreciate the little things, and how sometimes, I don't know, when we think that like we just can't do it, like yeah, we can. Like if we have the right mindset, we can just do things. Um, so yeah. Anyways, I was gonna put some clips. I only like filmed myself twice this year. Um, so I'm just gonna insert those somewhere in here so you can have like a little glimpse of my tree planting life. Also, yeah, the other thing that people asked me about in my last video was laundry. Like, how did we do laundry, especially if we couldn't go into town this year? Actually, this year they like built these trailers, like these special trailers, and they hooked up like generators and water things, because there's like a pump that goes from a river into these giant jugs. So there was actually like laundry machines in this trailer that they would bring back and forth from our camp and another camp in the same company. So yeah, we were able to do laundry. It wasn't like the best laundry, but it worked. It was good enough. I mean, we're super dirty over there anyways. Yeah. Anyways, I'm very grateful for having gone again. I'm very happy I did it, just because it showed me what I was capable of. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Again, if you have any questions about tree planting or anything at all, just ask me and I will reply at some point. Thank you so much.
Danger box. Danger box. Danger box.
It's like real burning, man. Get the fuck out of there. The man's gotta fall eventually, guys. Ollie, get out of there.